Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Harness Tube. Steve Surratt, David Brink with you today on the broadcast as we get ready for the second day of harness racing at the Brown County Fair. And David, we're going to have, as we were talking with Judge Dye up here, we've got to get the races in. So they're going to try to move this right along because I think if we get some movement here, we could get this thing in today before the rain gets here.
I think so. We've been very fortunate this week. Very fortunate this week for the rain we had scheduled and the way the track was, and with everything they've done this week and a little bit of good luck, I think we're gonna get these done, raced it off.
Absolutely, and we have been fortunate all summer long. This is our 17th date this summer being at racetracks. We had rain in Rushville, and they had to redo the track, so we had a noon start there, and we didn't go till 6:30. We got up to Henry County Fair, and about the time we got just north of Peoria, Chillicothe, we got the call that got rained out. That was the only rain out we had, and to be honest with you, we've had pretty good temperature conditions. I mean, we've had a couple, but one of those we were in the air conditioning.
Well, fortune plays into things sometimes too, but yeah, to have almost 20 races and have one rain out and one delay is pretty good odds. I remember in the past where we're chasing the rain all summer long and you can't stay of rain days and entry boxes and whatnot, and it gets to be a mess. So we've had good weather.
And as we found out at Rushville and the Henry County couldn't be rescheduled. Rushville, there was no rescheduled date. It had to go on that Thursday or it wasn't going to go at all. But to understand this purse money, unless it's fair purse money, goes away. That money, if it's not spent, is not. You can't keep it for your fare for the next year.
We were talking earlier, today, I think Ed was saying yesterday is the largest day in Brown County history of purse money at horse races, total purse money, and these Downstate Classics today represent, I think, the fifth largest stake purse for Illinois breds in the year this year. So for 2- and 3-year-olds, to give that money away or not be able to race for that money, not have the opportunity to earn those purses. These horses were purchased almost a year ago, and they've been trained for a year and raced all year long and taken across the state. To take out a significant portion of the earnings potential really would be, a detriment or be a big blow anyway to the Illinois industry. So hopefully we can get these things rolled off today nice and quick.
Absolutely. As we work with you on this, we want to let you know. Let me see if I can get this to work. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us. We want to thank the 400 subscribers that we have had over this summer, and we know there's a lot more out there, so you can continue to do that. You can tell we can get you involved. So if you go to YouTube, you need to hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Hit that subscribe button up there.
Then our efforts are working. Our subscriber count is climbing up in the last week or so. So I think our asking and begging and pleading is fruitful for sure.
Yeah. The benefit to you is you are notified when we go on the air. I get an email telling me when we go on the air. And so subscribe to that. Subscribe to get the notifications. You will get that. You also want to follow us or like us on Facebook. You will get the schedule next year. When we get our schedule made out, David will post it on Facebook. It will be out there.
Also, any kind of updates if we're at a fair, and I post, like yesterday, for instance, Mount Sterling got a delay back to 3 o'clock. If you subscribe and follow our page on Facebook, then you get the notification that, hey, Harness Tube's letting you know that we're an hour delay here in Mount Sterling today or something. Not today, but yesterday. Whatever the situation is that needs announced or whatever. So.
And then one of my favorite parts is from the backstretch. We like to hear from our watchers, listeners out there. Yesterday we had some great banter going on back and forth. We also had some people picking horses on that. I'm going to put the caveat out there, David. If you're going to send your horses in, number one, put what race it is, race 1, and then put what your picks are, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, good. Yeah.
If somebody's in consistently on every race, I'll keep track of your points. But we've got something in the works for next year that we're looking at to make a little contest. Maybe throughout the whole year, we're looking at even Brown County, and this being a multiple-day fair, of doing a trainer prize for the end of the 2 days like they do down in Charleston.
And I've got kind of an idea in mind. proof of concept I'm working out this year. So hopefully next year we get it all lined up and everything. But you're talking about the backstretch. I'm going to take this time to mention, or an idea I had last night. You know, we talked about doing all those driver and trainer interviews and whatnot, and I didn't get those done, unfortunately, in the time I wanted to. There's still time, but here, I got some questions written. Why don't we throw them into our backstretch?
Okay, that's great.
Isn't that a great idea?
That's a great idea.
So, for instance, if you're following along, if you're tuned in already, I know it's early in the broadcast, but go ahead and let us know maybe your favorite Illinois Fair memory, maybe where you got your driving colors from, or if you are a trainer or whatnot, where your color scheme came from. Is it a family color scheme? Is it something that you just picked up because you liked it? Does it, Cordarius Stewart has the money symbols on his back for cash deposit, C.D. Stewart. So everybody has their stories there. Or your history in the sport, where you came from, who you worked for, any kind of big horses you might have rubbed in the past. The one I kind of liked was if you could pick your Mount Rushmore of races, a top 5 drivers, living or dead, who would they be? In one race to see who's the best. Let us know. Throw it in the YouTube chat, an email, whatever. Would be fun to talk about.
Yeah, and the Mount Sterling people, I don't know how you can not put the taser gun race in there with Walker driving taser gun and the brother-in-law right behind in second.
Being up here, I haven't been in this booth probably since that taser gun, the taser gun mile. I was sitting right down there at the bottom of those steps next to Bobette Walker, the sister. Yeah. She was running the photo finish at the time, and we were. It was an exciting race because Rick Schrock had Black Cat Bone, and then Hart Walker had taser gun, and it was so exciting. The last turn, the crowd went nuts. Butch stood up right in front of the camera. I'm not sure if that was the most clear shot of that finish. That photo finish was down to a whisker, but we were looking over Butch's shoulder, and we could see Taser's nose sticking over there. So it was a pretty big win, and Bobette ran out there. She's like, I'm winning either way. It's Rick or my brother. And, pretty cool memory. So it's cool to be back up here and think of those big miles, those big, exciting races that have happened here at the Brown County Fair.
All right. With that, we're going to give our sponsors some time here. We couldn't do this without our sponsors and donors, but you see on screen how you can chat with us on YouTube. Text David 312-772-5122 or by email harnesstube@gmail.com. We'll be back after these messages.
Demolitions with a quick turnaround time. If you're looking to move or get rid of your mobile home, Pine Ridge is the company to call. We now have dumpsters available for rent at competitive rates. Contact Wayne at 217-313-9744 or find us on Facebook.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Indispensable. Maximum exposure, the best sales marketing tools. The easiest way to sell your horse for top dollar. The wave of the future. Since holding their first sale 20 years ago, OnGate.com has become harness racing's leading marketplace, with over 13,000 registered users buying and selling racehorses and bloodstock through daily online auctions. Browse listings for free and buy your next racehorse at OnGate.com. OnGate. We've changed the way the business works.
Yoder Custom Woodworking was started in 1995 by the Yoder family as a retail Amish furniture store in Sullivan, Illinois. They offer custom kitchen cabinets, granite and quartz countertops, built-in office and bathroom cabinetry, and offer a wide range of Amish furniture. Their store is located at 1117 West Jackson Street in Sullivan, Illinois, with store hours Tuesday through Friday 9 to 4:30 and Saturday 9 to 3. For more information, contact Yoder Custom Woodworking at 217-728-2166.
Come join
Steve
us for
Surratt,
the
David Brink
25th
back. I had to
annual
wait a
Illini
second to make sure
Classic
the
Yearling
commercials
Sale
weren't
to be
running
held
in
on
there,
Labor
David.
Day, Monday,
As we're
September 4th
going,
at the Illinois
as we had
State
an issue
Fairgrounds in
yesterday, we
Springfield.
think we have
Over
that. Nope,
180
it's
yearlings will be offered,
still
including many
running.
by leading sires
And I'm
across
trying to
the
post to
Midwest,
Facebook over
as
here
well
and
as
get
several
our
by first
program
crop
out there for our
stallions.
viewers.
It's one of our strongest catalogs
Yeah.
ever.
So we're running
Find your
in the
next
background.
champion at the
Hang on.
Illini Classic
Hang on.
Yearling Sale, Monday, September 4th at the Illinois State Fairgrounds, beginning at 11 a.m. Central.
Okay, David, I think we're okay now. I think I may have figured out what the deal was. I think I was hitting the video button as I was hitting that down button. I just got to watch where I'm hitting at. We're thankful that you're on board today with us on Harness Tube as we finish up our roster of races, and that brings us to the race schedule for next year. Thank you to everybody who has hosted the fairs and had us there in 2023. We've been some great places, been treated extremely well by the fair people as we've went in to do this for the first time, David.
I had concerns going into all this about being in people's way and having enough room, getting access to audio and to the booths and whatnot, just being welcomed, and it's been amazing. Every fair board's like, what do you need? We'll take care of this. Let us
Yeah.
we need that. Okay, we'll unlock it for you. We'll do whatever we need to do for you. And the horsemen, that have been the kind of the liaison between the fair boards and us, and it's been great. It's been super.
And what we've been hearing from, too, is horse owners that live away from here that are not able to come, people that used to live in the area.
Fly bugging us or something. Anyway.
That came. I mean, we have met all kinds of people, heard from all kinds of people as far as watching and listening to the broadcast and what's going on, and we're thankful for that. But if your fair wants Harness Tube there for 2024, whether we were there this year or not,
Right.
you need to contact David Brink at harnesstube@gmail.com or give him a call at 312-772-5122 to get on the schedule. Now, we understand we don't know dates yet,
We don't, yeah.
but you can get your hat in the ring, so to speak.
And we've had fun at the ones we've been at this year. It's not about replacing those. It's about just seeing what all's out there. We missed Paris, apparently. David Avenatti was saying that they got a lot of sponsors. They're having a lot of fun down there, some good races, and they'd like to have us, and they put on a good show. So, if we're wanted, we'll definitely look into coming.
And a shout out to David Avenatti. Hey, get working on that now. Get your fair board calling us. And we had calls from Farmer City, and we couldn't get anything late going with that.
But
so
you know what? That we understand that the fair board's got so much going on, and we're kind of a off-the-wall question, maybe a little confusing, and when blindsiding this first time out. But now that we've been there, now that we have a product to show them, here's what we want to do. We can, say, hey, we'd like to come do this.
absolutely.
We can add, I think, what did we say last night? It'd be an average of 60 butts in the grandstand all night long is what we produced as far as, added viewers. So totaled about 300 or 500 views, 300 and some viewers. So,
Okay.
we can add to your fair. We can add eyeballs to your fair. We can add,
Now, the other thing I want to tell people, because people throw this up on a bar, because they throw that
Yes.
up on their big screen, don't look at how many views we have as one person. Multiply that times 3 or 4, because that's truly what's watching. And I learned this early from a friend of ours, Doug Henry. Doug said, Steve, we're just not one. We're 6 people in a car going someplace listening
Absolutely.
to the ball game.
Absolutely. And those views are just estimates. There's no good way to measure a true impact of something like that.
Absolutely. We want to thank our donors, as we said, our advertisers and our donors get us through, got the season going for us to where we would be able to do this. And so we want to thank them. If you're looking at donating yet, if you want to donate to next year's races, go ahead and do that at Venmo or
we're bumping into
PayPal.
people in the grandstand who are asking about, how's it going? Can I offer some money? Can I help you out some? Right here on the screen is the best way to do it. If you just cut a check out, write it out to Harness Tube, make it out to Harness Tube, make it out to David Brink, either one works. Send it to P.O. Box 63, Mount Sterling, Illinois 62353, and it'll get where it needs to go.
All right, we'll be back after these messages. We're going to give our sponsors, some of our local sponsors, some time here that help BC Hornet Sports.
Yeah.
After these messages, we'll be back.
Interested in solar for your home? Confused by the information available on the savings and tax credits available? Or if any of the options will work for you? Call Scranton Heating and Cooling at 217-773-2626 and let the Comfort Man take away the confusion and plan the best system for your home or business. They will visit your home or business, evaluate your unique situation, then Scranton's will sit down with you and discuss each option, giving personal service and planning from Scranton Heating and Cooling. Visit them on the web at comfortman.com.
Owning a home can come with lots of surprises like water damage, leaky roofs, fire damage, and mold. You're not alone. Call Service Master Cleaning and Restoration today. We're a family-owned business serving Quincy, Jacksonville, Macomb, and Fulton County, Illinois.
When was the last time you had a great night's sleep? Sleep Tight, your locally owned bedding specialty store offering only beds made right here in the US of A. Come shop our all-American made brands such as Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. And as always, we offer interest-free financing, free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress.
Better bed, less money, sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
I love working at Dot.
I love the flexibility.
I love my 3-day weekends.
When you walk into Dot, you expect a lot of great things. Pay raises.
Benefits.
The reason I really like Dot is the people.
You're working among your friends. It's just a positive, uplifting place.
Y a todos son bienvenidos y no los tratan a nadie indiferente, no importa de dónde vengan.
C'est comme une grande famille. Je dis j'aime Dot Food.
David, we are thankful for all of our sponsors out there and everything that everybody has done this year. With that, I want to talk about from the backstretch one more time again, at least before we get going here, as from the backstretch has been a fun thing to interact with our listeners. You gave out some questions earlier that they could do. You can also on our YouTube's the best way to do that. If you're picking horses for the races that we have coming up, you can go ahead and do that. Make sure you put race 1, put 1, 3, 5, and we'll say 1 is the first, and 3 is the second, and 5 is the third. I don't know if I'll put you in a point contest. Randy Callahan, if you do enough races today, we might put you in the race just to see how you do today.
Well, we don't want any officials making any kind of wagers on any kind of horse races.
No, we're not paying out any money on this.
Yeah,
this is for just.
Wait, so I don't get a trophy?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well.
Hey, your trophy is working with me and Lisa.
I'll tell you what, I'll take it.
That should be trophy
I'll
enough.
take it every day because this wouldn't happen without you guys. I wouldn't have got off the ground without you guys. So
we're thankful. And again, get on the 2024 schedule on the racing season. Again, same information we've been giving out. Go to Harness Tube on Facebook, on YouTube, and harnesstube@gmail.com. Give David a call, 312-772-5122. David, we're going to take another quick commercial break before we get started.
I think I'm
here
caught up
today.
on my bookkeeping over here finally.
Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport is the go-to mobile home transportation company. We provide top-notch services including moving, block and leveling, and even demolitions with a quick turnaround time. If you're looking to move or get rid of your mobile home, Pine Ridge is the company to call. We now have dumpsters available for rent at competitive rates. Contact Wayne at 217-313-9744 or find us on Facebook.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Indispensable. Maximum exposure, the best sales marketing tools. The easiest way to sell your horse for top dollar. The wave of the future. Since holding their first sale 20 years ago, OnGate.com has become harness racing's leading marketplace, with over 13,000 registered users buying and selling racehorses and bloodstock through daily online auctions. Browse listings for free and buy your next racehorse at OnGate.com. OnGate, we've changed the way the business works.
Yoder Custom Woodworking was started in 1995 by the Yoder family as a retail Amish furniture store in Sullivan, Illinois. They offer custom kitchen cabinets, granite and quartz countertops, built-in office and bathroom cabinetry, and offer a wide range of Amish furniture. Their store is located at 1117 West Jackson Street in Sullivan, Illinois, with store hours Tuesday through Friday 9 to 4:30 and Saturday 9 to 3. For more information, contact Yoder Custom Woodworking at 217-728-2166.
Come join us for the 25th annual Illini Classic Yearling Sale to be held on Labor Day, Monday, September 4th at the Illinois State Fairgrounds in Springfield. Over 180 yearlings will be offered, including many by leading sires across the Midwest, as well as several by first crop stallions. It's one of our strongest catalogs ever. Find your next champion at the Illini Classic Yearling Sale, Monday, September 4th at the Illinois State Fairgrounds, beginning at 11 a.m. Central.
Back with you on Harness Tube, Steve Surratt, David Brink, Lisa Surratt running the camera. She finally showed up for her job, David. And you know what? It's a bittersweet day. It's been a very hard week. 7 out of 8 days we've been harness racing and broadcasting, so that part of it's been tough. But the bittersweet is it's been a good summer. It's been a really good summer doing that. We want to thank the predecessors that came before us. The people that have been doing Facebook and YouTube just with iPhones and cameras and all kinds of things out there prior to us going on the air.
Yeah, this whole idea started, like I said, in post-COVID world. Whenever we didn't have fairs we could go to, and you had to have people, just holding the camera phone up to try to show these horse owners, how their horse is doing and whatnot, and it blossomed into this. And everyone I put on the screen here had a huge part in making sure that the fairs were visible to the horsemen for the last 3 years, and they deserved a huge shout out all season long because, without that kind of viewership, this sport would have really struggled in this state, to follow along. So thank you to everybody here. I know Candy Herzog said she's here on premises watching the downstate today, maybe in the grandstand, and I think she said she had some homemade, remember this, zucchini blueberry muffins maybe? I gotta go find them. They're in the grandstand somewhere.
That is my fruits and my vegetables all rolled up into one.
You know what? You're right. I'm conveniently done with my nutritional stuff for the day after one of those, right?
Or a couple of them.
Okay.
That way if you do it, maybe it's 2 full doses of vegetables and
that's right,
and
because
fruits.
You don't just need 1 serving, you need 2. You're right.
So we want to thank the people that have been around here. And again, I'm floating through some slides here, guys, because we're hopefully getting ready to go, and I can't hit hard enough.
If you've been with us all season long, you kind of know our flow, this slide. So we're kind of going through them, just, wanting to thank the people where we need to thank them, wanting to remind you where we need to remind you. I just had Tabby Flacco reach out about doing Knoxville next year. So, I think we were appreciated and wanted back anyway. So that's always a good thing.
Yes, absolutely. I think that was one of our hotter days.
It wasn't cool, that's for sure.
They had a guest announcer at the last minute up in Knoxville. Wasn't it?
No,
that was
Cambridge.
That was Cambridge.
That was Cambridge. And yeah, the wreck that took out Kurt's path to get to Cambridge.
Yeah.
But it led on a path, and we had an idea we talked about. Should we go ahead and talk about the Charleston idea or not?
The what?
The Charleston idea for next year, what we talked about doing with the audio?
Yeah,
I don't see why not, yeah.
Annie, go ahead and talk about it.
So we mentioned if it happens that yours truly ends up announcing races on the track next year somewhere, more than I have this year. There's not many announcers left, and we got Josh Carter, Ed, Kurt, myself, and I'm running out of names right there. Brent's up in Galesburg, Bloomington area, but so if we do something where we're doing the national anthem.
Okay.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful job, Alan McCaskill.
Beautiful job by Alan McCaskill to do that.
Both of us are singers, and we don't get to hear men sing the national anthem very often in the summer. And
There is
did
a
great
black
job.
Chevy Traverse, license plate Q763173. You're blocking the testing area for the horses. We need you to move it. Black Chevy Traverse, Illinois plate Q763173. You're blocking the horseman's path to the testing stalls, so please move your car.
As we get started here, it's going to be a pretty quick race day as we try to beat storms today.
Jump back
David.
to that idea we talked about with the audio.
So, Horseman, we appreciate your cooperation this afternoon and getting these fields out as quickly as possible. Josh Carter from Williamsville is with us today, along with Don Dunn. Don Dunn will handle the Pick the Winner contest. $25 in the Pick the Winner contest every race, and then 3 other winners of prizes for every race. At the end of the day, all the Pick the Winner tickets, whether winners or losers, go into a basket, and we're going to have 3 drawings, 2 each for $250 and another one for $500. So you want to stay to the conclusion of the program, because the Brown County Fair is going to give 3 lucky people either $250 or $500. Make sure you get a race program. The Pick the Winner contest coupons are in the race programs. You need one of those to play along with us today. $25 plus other prizes every race. $1,000 will be given away at the end of the program today, courtesy of the Brown County Fair Association. Downstate Classic, first time ever here at the Brown County Fair. Almost $70,000 in purses today. And you're going to see the finest Illinois bred 2-year-old trotters and pacers that the state of Illinois has to offer today in their final prep race for the Illinois State Fair. The eliminations, almost all the 2-year-olds you see racing here today will race Friday at the Illinois State Fair. This coming Friday at the Illinois State Fair, you're going to see the same horses that you're going to see here at the Brown County Fair this afternoon. This year, for the first time, the Illinois State Fair is going to have harness races on Thursday. A doubleheader on Thursday, this coming Thursday. They got a 12 o'clock noon program at the Illinois State Fair, followed by a twilight program at 5 o'clock. Then the eliminations for the Rich Illinois State Fair Colt Stakes will be Friday, and with very few exceptions, the same horses you see racing here today will be racing Friday in their eliminations to try to make the Rich Championships a week from Wednesday.
All right, let's take a minute here, Dave, before we get too deep into things so that we can do the picks out there. You can send us the picks on a YouTube message there.
Yeah.
But our 3 picks out there, both David and I and Lisa's, who we don't have Lisa's up on there, are looking at the number 2 horse, one of our favorite horses as we've done these dates this year, Hocus Pocus and Focus.
I even had people in the stands asking if we were going to pick Hocus Pocus and Focus. Yeah, it's tough to pick away from that horse. 9 starts, 8 wins, 1 second. Jamaica, he has to do something wrong to lose this race, I think.
Absolutely. And then Lisa and I picked the number 1 horse, True Fortune. That's a Phil Knox-driven horse. Leroy Hunt, a trainer. We've seen that horse 3 times early in the season. Very consistent seconds and thirds through that. David, for the second spot, picks Luz
Enchantress, yeah. Just the Steve Cyril barn with Casey Leonard in the bike. That's a nice train. It's a nice trainer, one of the best drivers in the state. This horse is coming off 4 races in Springfield, so it's kind of hard to convert those miles and qualifiers to a county fair track. But I have faith in Steve. I have faith in Casey to pick me up a second place here.
And here's the other thing. You picked the horse Lisa and I picked for second for the third place.
For same reasons, yeah.
I picked Mississippi Model, the Jerome Daniels horse, to finish third. And Lisa picked Hope's Darlene, the Rashawn Trigg horse, driven by Jamal Dennison today. So that's our Wildcat Dennison. As the nicknames are probably going to be more predominant next year as we get a year into this.
Yes. And I will say if Sheila, I think Elliott was her last name, would be Jill Brown's best friend. She told me if she's listening, I got nixed on the Jill Brown nickname.
I
can't say it on there. I was told not to.
You got nixed on it?
I was nixed on it.
Okay, we'll go back to Ed Teefee, your track announcer.
The occasions. So we have 5 on the gate. Luz Enchantress and Casey Leonard in the back tier. We'll start 5 across. Mike Titus is our starter, with the Bob Groter starting gate that we honored yesterday. Mike's wife Linda driving the starting gate. Tom Parker, Doug Fairbanks, Rich Childers, Rod Buss, the list goes on and on, under the direction and supervision of Ron McCaskill. I know Lane Weezy's been very active out here too, working on this racetrack. A lot of rain yesterday. They dumped tons and tons of lime on the racetrack. A little bit more this morning, but we got the 9 race card in yesterday. We've got an 11 race card we're going to try to get in here. Jamaica Patton is back at the barn here for some last minute adjustment on Hocus Pocus and Focus, who has to be considered the favorite here and one of the favorites for the upcoming Illinois State Fair Colt Stakes in a week. So horsemen have that second race ready to go here.
David, you heard the announcement by Ed Teefee as they're trying to move this along. The second horseman should be getting their horses ready for this next race. I don't know how many people we got doubling up.
Broadway Lassie, the 4 horses, made only 1 start. That was last week at the Logan County Fair in Lincoln. She won by 13 lengths in 2:14 in her career debut. The 5 Mississippi Model, 3 starts, second in each one of those 3 starts. The 6 Luz Enchantress, the filly will start from the back tier. Shows miles, as you can see, 2:01 and a 1. That's the fastest time by far of any of the fillies in this first race. That was over the mile track at Springfield. But a very competitive field of 6 here. Our in behind starter, Mike Titus, and the gates on the move. Race 1 in the Downstate Classic Series. True Fortune looked like she bumped the gate there and off stride. Just 2-year-olds. Phil Knox is trying to get her back on stride. Not successful so far there. 2-year-old trotting fillies in the Gene Dixon Memorial at the head of the stretch. Now they're a 16th out. And here they come. They're off and trotting. Broadway Lassie on the outside. Hocus Pocus and Focus. The winner of 8 is on the inside there second, and those two race into the first turn. Hope's Darlene is back there third. Luz Enchantress is trotting a fourth. Mississippi Model is fifth, and True Fortune, after that break behind the gate, is the trailer sixth. They round the turn and they head up the backstretch. Hocus Pocus and Focus, the DeJambro filly. She's won 8 of 9 this year, and she leads comfortably for Jamaica Patton, who had a couple wins yesterday, leading by about 3 past the quarter-mile marker. Broadway Lassie's there second, 32 and 3 to the quarter. As they race now over to the 3/8 mile marker. Hocus Pocus and Focus by a length. Broadway Lassie still right there second. Hope's Darlene is trotting a third. Here comes Luz Enchantress and Casey Leonard. They're on the move on the outside of fourth. Next there fifth is Mississippi Model and True Fortune, the distant trailer. Here comes Luz Enchantress and Leonard on the outside. They take over as we trot past the half. Hocus Pocus and Focus is back there second. Broadway Lassie's trotting a third. The half in 105 and 1/5, 105 and 5th. And now the first two horses have both went off stride. Luz Enchantress has made a break. Luz Enchantress has made a break, and Hocus Pocus and Focus, the winner of 8 of 9 this year, also made a break. The two favorites taken out here, and Mike Brink is on top with Broadway Lassie. This DeJambro filly leads by 2 lengths as we trot into that final quarter. Back there second is Hope's Darlene. 3/4 and 138 and 4. Mississippi Model is back there third. Mike Brink and Broadway Lassie has them by a length. Tipping to the outside now comes Hope's Darlene. They're at the head of the stretch. Broadway Lassie and Hope's Darlene. Broadway Lassie is still there. Hope's Darlene trying hard on the outside. We get a 2-horse race to the wire here. Broadway Lassie in just her second career start's going to win it from Mike Brink. Broadway Lassie wins it by a length over Hope's Darlene. Then we got Mississippi Model. Hocus Pocus and Focus recovered for fourth, followed by Luz Enchantress fifth, and then we'll have True Fortune. Arsman, bring on that second race, please. Bring them on.
Wow, David, I don't think any of us are going to get many points on this one.
That's blowing all this point things wide open, I think, yeah.
And what was the 3/4 in? Did you get
138 and 4? What I had.
Okay, you don't have the mile, do you?
No, I didn't get the mile.
Okay.
Give a quick shout out. I got a quick YouTube comment from Jody Bennett. She's watching with Mama Deck, and she said Papa Deck's sleeping, but her and Mama are watching, so we want to give them a big shout. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for supporting us all year long. Daryl St. Clair is following us along too. I did see that.
Hang on.
Flynn, Junior Miss Olivia Martin.
Okay.
Oh, got another shout out here. I've got a text from Joe and Janet in Hazelwood, Missouri. It's Darla Martin Lohman's best friend, and they love watching us and everything we're doing and really appreciate it. So thank Joe and Janet. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate your viewership over in Missouri. And I tell you what, we've been talking about Darla. Don't sleep on Darla. I'm waiting for her to get a big state fair win, maybe that GL Linda Grid or what that horse's name, and that's a nice little trotter. So, you know what? I hope she has a good year this year because she has a nice little stable. But
well,
there's a royalty there on the camera now.
David, nobody got the first right.
Oh no.
And nobody got the second right. And the third. Guess who got 1 point out of that race?
Lisa, I saw that. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, you?
Me.
Oh, I thought Lisa. Picked Hope Starlane.
Did she pick Hope?
No, she. Oh, you're right. She had him second. I'm
Yeah.
not paying attention over here. I'm trying to look at the next
so
race.
Steve, 1 point. Everybody else, nothing. I'll take everything I can get today, particularly since we blew up. It was going to be, nobody was going to get any lead there with the first place. So
Mike has to be ecstatic with this little gelding here. Making one start last week at Lincoln in an overnight, coming back shortly a week later and winning a $7,000 race, $7,700. I mean,
all right.
Good for him.
Let's go to Ed Teefee.
Broke from Conway's Lassie by Conway Hall, bred by Eldell Jeffers Everett. trained by Mike, driven by Mike, folks, in the Gene Dixon Memorial. Broadway Lassie in 209 flat. Josh Carter's down there in that blue checkered shirt, and Josh is going to try to get a quick word here with Mike Brink maybe before they head back to the barn. Josh from Williamsville, longtime horse owner. Did racetrack interviews for us back when we had pari-mutuel wagering. We brought him back here today. So Josh Carter, great to have him. He's going to work with Don Dunn on the program. Josh, it's yours.
Thank you, Ed. And I am joined now by winning owner, driver, and trainer here in our opener, Mike Brink. Mike, you've won a lot of races around a lot of fairs all over the place. In fact, Chicago, Indiana. I think it's always special, though, for you to come back to the Brown County Fair and get to the winner's circle.
Yeah, it's always fun to come back here. I know a lot of people here, and it's fun, and they do a good job.
Now, you've got several on the card later today. I know you're going to be very busy, won't keep you too long, but I'd like to ask you a little about this filly. I know she had some issues, and you're just now getting going. She won at Lincoln just about a week ago in her first lifetime start. Comes on to win the Downstate Classic here in start number 2. She's looking like she's really coming on for you.
Nice filly. I always thought she was a nice filly. About 4 months ago, she broke a cannon bone, and we had to take her to University of Illinois and put screws in it. It's kind of amazing she's back this quick, this soon.
Yeah, absolutely impressive. Now, what's next for her? Will we see her in Springfield later this week?
Yeah, I think she goes Friday.
Very good. Well, congratulations, 2 for 2. Hopefully several more to come in her future, and we may see you back in the winner's circle again. You got several in, so I'll let you go, but good luck the rest of the day.
I hope so, Josh. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Mike Brink, our winning trainer, driver, and owner here in Race 1 with Broadway Lassie.
Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport is the go-to mobile home transportation company. We provide top-notch services including moving, block and leveling, and even demolitions with a quick turnaround time. If you're looking to move or get rid of your mobile home, Pine Ridge is the company to call. We now have dumpsters available for rent at competitive rates. Contact Wayne at 217-313-9744 or find us on Facebook.
Rough day at work? We all have them from time to time. But the last thing you want to worry about is coming home to your internet being out. Or even worse, waiting all day to watch the big game, only to find out it's blacked out. With Cascom, those worries are a thing of the past. Our local technicians are here to service any issues and ensure you have a worry-free experience, whether it be internet, TV, or even home phone. Call Cascom today at 1-800-252-1799 to schedule or upgrade your internet and TV service.
Well, David, the board seems to be working out right. And as we finish up that first race again, nobody picked. Yeah, that was almost a sure thing until it wasn't a sure thing.
Don't speak so soon. I'm looking over here. I'm over my shoulder. We got an email from Ron Huff. Ron's been watching us all season long from Medora. His first race pick, he boxes the 1, 2, 4. So he had the 4 included in the mix somewhere anyway.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, Ron sent us all 11 races, all picked out his trifectas for us, so we can have him follow along and see how he's doing.
How many points would he get then?
I don't know.
I'll put him down on the list.
You're the point keeper. I don't do math. I'm not an auditor or something.
So what did he get? 1, 2, and 3?
1, 2, 4 was his pick.
1, 2, 4.
And he picked the 4. I'm saying the Broadway Lassie. Nobody else picked that horse.
Yeah.
Everyone else overlooked it.
1, 2, 4.
No, is that points? No, because he had the 1 or the 4.
The 4. So he picked that is third. The 4 is third horse or not?
He had the 4 horse getting third, but the 4 horse actually won. So there's no points for that. No 5 points that. But nobody else picked the 4 horse, and I was saying that he had the forethought to say, hey, that horse is going to be all right, stepping up from the Brink barn in 1 start. So, and you know what? And now we know. Did you hear the post-race interview? Josh was interviewing Mike down there. Mike said that horse broke a cannon bone, I believe, and had to get screws put in recently and is back to the races. But Mike said he has some high hopes, and you can see why. 2 starts, 2 wins. Second lifetime start, winning the Downstate Classic, pretty big mile.
Pretty big mile. You're absolutely right. As we get ready to go here for race 2, as they're moving things right along, we'll keep things moving here also because we want to talk about what's going on the track and what's going on. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel out there, or follow us on Facebook for next year. And also, you can, from YouTube to Facebook to, if you've got Facebook, if you got YouTube, you
got
can
emails
message
coming
us,
in, you got
emails.
texts.
Yeah, we got any shout-outs going on out there you need to give shout-outs on?
I've been trying to work them in as we get them. Daryl St. Clair's been in our chat. He sent an email last night. Jody, I've been trying to hit the ones. Ron sent me the email. Ron Huff, the Joe and Janet from over in Missouri. I think we're caught up anyway. But hey, it's fun to hear people.
Well, let's take a look at the second race then real quick before Ed gets on microphone.
Okay.
Not that we have to, is important, but GJ's Linda Grit.
GL Linda Grit, and here's the horse I was talking about. I've had my eyes on this horse since the first start in Decatur. Just absolutely stellar out here at the fair. It's just been a nice, honest horse for Darla. Darla's, very few problems with this horse. Just put him on the front. Say, come catch me.
The next horse you and I picked Fox Valley Jesse to finish second in this, and Lisa picked that horse for third.
I don't think that horse has a line that's on the card here. That horse won at Charleston, right?
You know what? I think so.
Yeah, so that's what I remembered that, and that's why I was thinking, yep, I remember that horse. I'm going to.
And then for the third place, David picked the 3 at Illini Diva.
Yep.
And I picked the 4.
Luz Esmeralda.
I'm
going to set you straight here.
Luz.
I let you go all summer long. The father would be Luz Legacy. So everything the Flacco's breed out of that horse is Luz something.
So it's a Luz.
Yep.
There's an apostrophe in there.
Yep, it's exactly
well,
right.
Well, you know what? I'm a grammatically
but
correct kind of guy,
I'm going to throw a wrench in your works because you remember that horse we've seen a couple times now, Creme de Lou Creme?
Yeah.
Creme de Lou Creme is a pacer out of Sweet Lou.
Okay.
So completely different breeding, but that's brand new. If it's Illinois bred and it's Lou, it's going to be probably a Flacco horse out of Lou's Legacy.
Okay. What did Ron pick over there?
Oh, good call. Let me pull it up over here.
Or anybody else?
Yeah, second race, Ron had 2-3-5. So he liked Fox Valley Jesse and Illini Diva as well, but he's boxing them. He's boxing all of his picks, which means they can finish in any order. That's kind of cheating. So we're gonna hold him to his picks anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna hold you to your picks because.
But he likes Jesse to beat Diva and Grit. So this will be. I tell you what, all 3 of these horses again could be in the State Fair Championship.
Okay, with that, we'll go back to Mr. Teefy on the mic.
This week over the mile track there in 1:59 flat. Great field. Jamaica's got the 2. That can't afford it. Philly has never been worse than a second. Won by 6 lengths at Farmers City. She's got 2 seconds, 2 firsts, and only 4 lifetime starts. Another really good field here for a purse of $7,710 in the second division for 2-year-old filly trotters of the Downstate Classic. As in the first race this afternoon, all of these 2-year-old trotting fillies should be starters in the eliminations for the Rich Illinois State Fair Colt Stakes. Those eliminations this coming Friday. As I said yesterday, we've got the best Illinois bred 2-year-olds that the state has to offer right here at the Brown County Fair this afternoon. Money for the Downstate Classic comes from the Downstate Classic Board, which takes stake payments for horses when they're just 1 year old, a year from racing, and then they follow up with the stake payment on April 15th. So on April 15th, over 150 Illinois bred 2-year-olds paid the $200 to remain eligible to the races right here at Brown County. About 60 of them, of the 150 that made that last payment, actually showed up. So you got in April, when you got 2-year-olds, you really don't know if they're going to make it to the races or not. But we've got 60 of the best 2-year-olds in the state right here this afternoon at the 150th Brown County Fair. Casey Leonard, 3,300 lifetime wins. He's won over 3,300 races in his life. Horses driven by Casey Leonard have made almost $22 million. 16th away. Here they come. And they're off and trotting. A good start here for the 2-year-old fillies. Fox Valley Jesse trots out for the lead. Astra Viking along the inside is their second. Illini Divas racing third. Luz Esmeraldo is back there fourth. And after a slow start, GJ Linda Grit, the winner of 6 of 7, and her last 6 in a row is away last here for Darla Lohman. Up the backstretch they go. It's Fox Valley Jesse by 2. Astra Viking is still there second. Illini Divas trotting along third. Luz Esmeraldo is fourth. First quarter in 33 and 2/5 of a second. 33 and 2 past the quarter. They move over to the 3/8 mile marker. Don't take your eye off of the 5. GJ Linda Grit. She spotted the field about 10 lengths, but she's caught up and she's pulled to the outside. So Darla Martin, with this winner of her last 6 in a row, is on the move after a very bad start. As they trot towards the half-mile marker, it's Fox Valley Jesse, the can't-afford-it filly, by a length and a half. Astra Viking is there second. Illini Diva moves up on the outside, a closer third. The half in 105 and 3/5 of a second. 105 and 3 off the half. They move over to the draw gate in the 5/8. It's Fox Valley Jesse by a length. On the outside, Illini Diva's right there second. Astra Viking is racing a third. GJ Linda Grit is fourth. And at the back of the pack, but on the move, is Luz Esmeraldo. 5 fillies, they're all in contention with a quarter of a mile to trot. 5 good ones, and they're 3 across the racetrack behind the 2 leaders. It's Fox Valley Jesse by 3 parts of a length. 3 quarters in 136 and 4. 136 and 4. They got an 1/8 of a mile to trot. Fox Valley Jesse on the inside. Illini Divas on the outside. Back there third is Astra Viking. They're at the head of the stretch, and we got a battle in the second race here. It's Fox Valley Jesse, Illini Diva coming at her. Fox Valley Jesse, Illini Diva. Illini Diva is going to win it. Illini Diva, the winner. Fox Valley Jesse was second, and GJ Linda Grit was third in a monster mile for Darla Lohman.
Okay, David, as we get ready to go here, we've got to hear what the mile was in.
That mile was 2:05 and 4. The last half in a minute and 1/5 of a second. The last quarter in 29 seconds flat. Remarkable here. Last quarter in 29 seconds flat. The last half in a minute and a 1/5. I'm pretty sure that's the fastest last half by a 2-year-old trotting filly in the long history of the Brown County Fair. Remarkable mile there, 2:05 and 4. 2-year-old trotting fillies coming a half in a minute and a 1/5. The last quarter in 29 seconds flat. Remarkable.
Okay, David, as I look at it, guess what? We all didn't pick the first.
Illini Diva, owned by Keith and Kevin Miller of Arthur, and Glenn Otto, also of Arthur, and Brian Lomans of Broadlands, trained by Kevin Miller, who's down there by the winner's circle, bred by yours truly, Ed Teefee. This filly was raised right here in Brown County. Picked up at last year's Illini Classic yearling sale by Kevin Miller and his partners. Been driven to most her wins by Cardarius Stewart, and she will be one of the favorites next week at the Illinois State Fair. Fair royalties down there again. Queen Claire Flynn, Junior Miss Olivia Martinez, Little Miss J.C. Cook, Little Mr. Colin Scranton. Second division of the Downstate Classic for 2-year-old trotting fillies goes to Kevin Miller, driver Kadarius Stewart. Kadarius making his debut here. Let's give him a hand, folks. Illini Diva, 205-4. Now Josh Carter is going to grab Kevin Miller, who's got a lot of good horses this summer. Josh?
Thank you, Ed Teefy. I'm joined by winning co-owner and trainer Kevin Miller. Kevin, Illini Diva, now a winner of 2 in a row. She just won at Springfield in 159 flat. Comes back here with a nice mile today in the Downstate Classic. Looks like she's getting good for you at the right time.
Yeah, we're hoping so. Springfield's next, so hopefully it works out.
Now, are you pointing her for the Colt Stakes events at Springfield?
Yeah, that's where she goes next.
Very good. Well, as I say, now a winner of 2 in a row on her young career. Looks to be a major player over there. Want to ask you while I've got you, you guys come back, same connections in race 4 with Paradise tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about that one.
She's real green, just kind of trying to figure things out. Hopefully she gets around here good.
Very good. Well, congratulations on a very nice, exciting win here in race 2, and good luck to you the rest of the afternoon.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, David, let's talk about our picks. Not really good in that last race. As just to give you a rundown, David has 3 points. I have 4 points. Lisa has 0.
That's kind of a cool story. We were just talking with Ed Teefy off the air. That horse was bred by Ed out of a mare named Beatrice. So this horse was bought and campaigned by Irv Miller, who we all know, right? So then Irv races this thing, sells the horse to Ed. Ed breeds it to Lose Legacy, gets this horse, Illini Diva, puts it through his sale, and who buys it back? Irv's cousins, Keith and Kevin Miller. So that's just a cool, big circle, it all comes full circle story,
And we'll give Ron a shout out here.
Oh, Ron, did he hit it?
He boxed it again. If you were boxing, yes, you'd win money on it, but
you win half the money. You win half the money.
Yeah, you got to exact the pick here, first, second, third to get any points in our contest.
Yeah, we're gonna hold you to your picks, but
yep.
No, it's been fun. That was an exciting race. I kind of had a suspicion to look out for Fox Valley Jessie, and Leanne Shin did text me. She won at Charleston 2-5-2, so that horse deserves to look good today. But Illini Diva, that last half in 58 or was it a minute and 5th, I guess it was. But yeah, nice mile for.
And so, do we have any
Corderis.
driver changes for this next race that you've heard about?
I didn't see the last one in the last one. Casey drove the one horse Astra Viking.
Yeah,
we
I got
missed
that
that in
one
the post parade, but we picked it up at the start of the gate, I think. I don't have any driver's changes as of right now, but I'll try to keep my eye on the track a little better.
Yeah, and we've been trying to keep our things going here. Along with that, we'll take a quick station break. We'll be back after these messages.
Right on.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
Guess what? We've been talking. I did it.
The
My
one
one time
time.
today. So let's go back over these real
Okay.
quick. Number 1 horse picked by David and I. Why did you pick that horse? It's pretty obvious.
Right. It's that horse is probably going to be the favorite in the state fair finals, so it's tough to overlook him here at the Mount Sterling Fair, Brown County Fair.
Lisa picked that horse for second. She picked the number 3 horse, Dashing Durango, which we have seen 3 times this year. It's not a bad-looking horse there as far as the picture concerned. I can't say she's out of line. I almost put it in my mix. For second, we got a mixed bag there between you and I. You've got Lou's Private Eye, and I've got Lou's Mandalorian. Kind of the same
Mando.
heritage there.
The Mando.
And then all 3 of us have the Hope Star finishing third, the Rashawn Trigg horse. And driver, not really a change. You can't drive 2 horses at the same time. Juan Franco driving the number 4 horse. And so we've got those changes up there for you.
Yeah, changes are coming in kind of in real time today. We don't have post parades where I'm watching them all come down in front of me at my face, and we didn't get a marked program because we were up here trying to get these things off 1, 2, 3 to get these races done before the rain. So we will just, as we pick them up on the track, we'll change them and let you know.
Shout out to AJ Cassing. I see him out there in the crowd.
I don't see AJ. Where's AJ?
AJ's right
oh, there
there.
he is. Yeah, I was looking too far.
And I'm trying to see if there's anybody else out there.
Oh, the whole Bowen clan's over there in that white truck I saw. That's Doug's truck, the black truck. That's the Bowen barn. I'm over there in the big, all in the lawn chairs.
And so we've got people out there. We'll turn it back over to Ed on the track.
Which is all right.
Missed what he said.
Since we got blue skies at the moment. Again, the one is Denbo, the winner of 5 races this year. Travis Siekman, Toulouse Private Eye, Casey Leonard, number 3 Dashing Durango. Dr. Steve Renard is the owner. Jerome Daniels driving. 4 Lou's Mandalorian, now with Juan Franco. And 5 Hope Star with Freddie Patton Jr.
I just got a Snapchat from Nicole
Next
Wilfong.
race number 4, Fox Valley Tatum. In race 4, the 4 Fox Valley Tatum will now be driven by Travis Siekman.
Got a snap from Nicole Wilfong. Good to see her watching Harness Tube, watching their close friend Travis. All these Illinois crew live over in Indiana, and we kind of lost Kyle Wilfong to the Indiana crew, I think, because he's over there tearing things up. I think top 5 or top 6 in standings right now. So thanks for watching, Nicole.
The drivers here at the Brown County Fair this afternoon will be the same drivers you'll see at the Illinois State Fair next week. And they'll be vying for that drivers' championship at the Illinois State Fair. We got many of the best the state of Illinois has to offer right here at the Brown County Fair this afternoon, both in horses, trainers, and drivers. Brown County Fair Board extends a big thank you to all the horsemen, trainers, and drivers, owners that supported the fair by bringing horses here today. I know the horsemen are also appreciative of the Brown County Fair Board for sponsoring these races, along with the Illinois Department of Agriculture. The Bureau Chief of Horse Racing and County Fairs for the Illinois Department of Agriculture, Mr. Tim Norman, is with us here this afternoon. He succeeded in that position our own Rhonda Dixon-Giacchino, who is with us here. She, a former Bureau Chief of County Fairs and Horse Racing for the state of Illinois. 2-year-old trotters Gary Wilkerson and Jay Harold, they worked at the Brown County Fair for many, many years, volunteered literally hundreds of hours, Gary and Jay did. We lost both of them in the last couple of years at a way too young age. They were fixtures out here, volunteering their talents year in, year out. And this race, the 2-year-old trot in the Downstate Classic, one of the richest races, probably the richest race for a 2-year-old trotters we've ever had at the Brown County Fair, in honor of the late Gary Wilkerson and Jay Harold. And those trotters are at the head of the stretch. Sixteenth out. Here they come. A beautiful start for the 2-year-olds. From the outside, Hope Star and Freddie Patton Jr. drive out quickly. Dinbo, Travis Siekman down on the inside as they race around the first turn. It's the Cassis Gelding Dinbo with the lead. Hope Star on the outside is there second. Leonard is third, now moves up to be second with Lou's Private Eye as they swing out of the turn. Now third is Lou's Mandalorian and Juan Franco. Freddie Patton sets back there now fourth as he backs Hope Star up. And the trailer, as we move down the backstretch, is Dashing Durango off the quarter in 32 seconds flat. 32 seconds past the quarter, and Dinbo and Travis Siekman look strong on top, looking for win number 6 in only 8 starts this year. This colt, as of right now, will be a heavy favorite at the Illinois State Fair. And he's just that here this afternoon in the Downstate Classic for a purse of almost $15,000. Travis Siekman himself with over 1,000 driving wins leads him by the half now in 102 and 2/5. 102 2/5. Big half here for the 2-year-old trotting colts. It's Dinbo by a length and a half. Still right there second is Lou's Private Eye. Racing third is Lou's Mandalorian. A gap of 2 back to Hope Star. And the trailer is Dashing Durango. There's a breaker on the backstretch. That's the 4. Lou's Mandalorian has made a break. Now we got us a horse race. Dinbo on the inside. Lou's Private Eye on the outside. 3/4 and 133 and 3. And Dinbo made about 2 bad steps there, and he cut back trotting. Remarkable for a 2-year-old. 1/8 of a mile to go. It's Dinbo on the inside. Lou's Private Eye on the outside. Now Dinbo does make a break. Dinbo goes off stride, and Lou's Private Eye is going to win it for Casey Leonard. Lou's Private Eye.
Hey, David, when you can get the order of the finish, that'd be great. We know the 2 and the 1.
Well, I'm trying to listen to the conversation and everything, and I think Tina wanted to see my replay too, maybe. Well, let me just take this time. Oh, here she comes.
There it goes. I'll just take over some things. We'll just go Ed Tiffy on the announcers thing, and Tina can look at your thing.
I don't know. She's over there doing something. But I want to give a quick shout out. I got a Snapchat from Kyle Wolfong as well, the one and the only Kyle Wolfong.
That mile, 2:02 and 4/5. That's a new Downstate Classic track record. There's never been a Downstate Classic 2-year-old trotting Colder Gelding to go that fast, folks. 2:02, 4/5 of a second. The old record was Trixie's Jethro, set back in 2016 at Lincoln, owned by Charles Doring, with Jared Finn driving. The old stake record, 2:03 and a 1. Our track record for a 2-year-old was set back in 2016 by the Jamaica patent-driven Lugazi, 2:02 and a 5th. So this was 3/5 of a second slower than the track record here for a 2-year-old trotting Colder Gelding. But this is the fastest mile in the history, the long history of the Downstate Classic. 2:02 and 4, the last half in 1 minute and 2/5, the last quarter in 29 and 1. Clearly a remarkable mile. And Casey Leonard, who's made his first trip to Mount Sterling today, he lives up in Harvard, Illinois. north and west of Chicago. Long trip for him and his wife to come to the Brown County Fair. He's one of the sport's best. He's won over 3,300 races and over $22 million in purse money, folks. And he wins the Downstate Classic, the Gary Wilkerson J. Harold Memorial, with Lou's Private Eye, a 2-year-old son of Lou's Legacy from Ben's One-Eyed Love by Ben's Gold Chip. Bred by the Flacco family farms of Alexis. The Flaccos are all down there with the Wilkerson and Harold families. Two great guys that really did a lot of volunteer work for the Brown County Fair. Missed by everybody in the community. Our fair royalties down there, the Flaccos, who are the owners and breeders. Steve Cyril brought 6 horses down for the Downstate Classic late last night with one of the country's best drivers, Casey Leonard, folks. Let's give them all a big hand. The fastest mile by a 2-year-old trotting colt or gelding in the history of the Downstate Classic, 2:02 4/5 of a second. Another indication that Tom Parker and Richard Childers and Rod Buss and Lane Weezy and everybody that works on this racetrack, and that list goes on and on. The whole fair board chips in to make this track one of the best, and it was very wet yesterday, and we just had the fastest 2-year-old mile in the history of the Downstate Classic, and only missed our track record for 2-year-old trotting colts by 3/5 of a second. Josh has got none other than Dr. Richard Flacco down there. Josh?
Thank you, Ed, and I'm joined by winning breeder and owner here, Doc Flacco. Doc, nice time to break this colt's maiden in the Downstate Classic, going for almost $15,000. Congratulations.
We are thrilled, yeah. Actually, I really like this horse because we also raised the dam. So we have the sire and the dam, and the dam is one of our brood mares.
Well, and it's always interesting, you know, a lot of times you see the breeder in the program for the folks in the grandstand generally owns the mare, but not always both the sire and the dam, and you have both, and Lou's Legacy has been quite a stallion for you.
Oh, yeah, we've been thrilled, just pure luck. You know, we did a little research with pedigree matching, but he's been far outshined what his potential was.
Certainly one of the primary trotting stallions we've had in Illinois over the last several years. Now this horse, Lou's Private Eye, as I say, breaks his maiden here today. Trotted a nice mile at Springfield a week or so ago in 1:59.2. Comes back and wins today. Looks like he's peaking just in time for the Illinois State Fair.
We're certainly hoping so. And he's still a stallion. He's still a colt, so, which makes me excited. You know, he might be our next replacement stallion.
Well, there you go. You always got to be out in the lookout for the next one. I know you've got a couple horses to go later on today, so good luck with all those. Congratulations on the win here in the Downstate Classic with Lou's Private Eye.
Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Doc Flacco, the winning breeder and owner here of Lou's Private Eye, who wins the 2-year-old colt.
Okay, David, as we come back, nobody got the winner. Lisa got 3 points for the second place, and all three of us got a point for third, so the standings
Wait. What? No one picked the winner. I see David here.
Race 3, right? 1, 2, 5 down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Are you trying to box on me, or what do you say? He's trying to box on us, folks.
No. Okay, we're good. My page is turned.
4, 5, and Lisa moves into a close.
I need to do this.
Let's see, 6. I have
Good
6
to,
points. You have.
Good to have Kyle Wilfong with us. I didn't get to finish that shout out. Kyle and his wife Nicole watching us from Indiana. Kyle was kind of hoping to see Doc Renner drive. Actually, is what he was snapping me about. Kyle's driven against Doc numerous times up at Hawthorne and knows him very well, and knows his enthusiasm on the track. So shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Nicole.
All right, this is what the scoring looks like. Lisa with 4 points in that race. To David and I's 1 apiece makes it David 4 points. I've got 5 points, and Lisa has 4 points. We've got a race here.
See, it's funny how it always just kind of works out and keeps it. It's always I don't know. No one ever runs away with it.
No, you never know about a break.
Yeah.
Yes, how many times has breaks cost us, you and I, winners today?
County Fair, young trotters. I mean, it's the the most fun class to watch, but the one that makes you pull your hair out the most too.
And I know in race 4, we've got Travis Seekman in Fox Valley Tatum driving that horse. That's the one change we know that's happening in race 4. And so
I'm getting the updates kind of slow, but yeah, I'm glad you picked up on that one.
I've been trying to pay attention.
Good.
My wife slaps me around if I don't pay attention.
I'm updating my stuff over here, not that it matters. But
hey,
just
if you want to get on the fair schedule for next year, one of the things you need to do is get a hold of David Brink. Give him a call at 312-772-5122 or at harnesstube@gmail.com. We've already heard from one fair.
Knoxville reached out and said they loved having us up there and want to have us back for sure. So, we kind of want to get a feel for where the interest was, where things went well, where we could do better. So if you think, hey, we got a great show we could put on your channel, let us know and we'll come put your races on the air.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I don't mind going up to Knoxville. There's a great place to eat called the Packing House up there. They're great.
Well, I've never heard of that. I need to.
Yeah, you need to. You missed out. I think we ate at that one on our way up to Cambridge, I think.
Cambridge, that's right. That's right.
But we got 2 opportunities to stop up there and do that. But get on the race schedule for next year. As we take a look at race 4, let's take a look at the picks here going into race 4. Everybody on the card picking the number 3 horse.
Adelicia, that's what I'm going to say. Adelicia, anyway. That horse for Ron and D. Phillips in Jamaica and Ryan Sperry. I mean, it's been fun to watch, putting out some nice miles at these half-mile county fair tracks. If you look back at the bottom of the card there, you can see a mile at the coin in 55 and 3. So this horse has speed, can navigate a half mile. I just think it's going to be tough out here on this track.
Then David and I picked the 1 horse, Some Stars Sandy. Lisa picked that horse for 3rd. It's had some good outings this year and some good race times, or been involved with some good races out there. And then Lisa for the 2nd place picked David's horse that he picked for 3rd, which is the number 5, Paradise Tomorrow. Corderia Stewart, the driver, the trainer is Kevin Miller. And the different pick I put out there for number 3 is Hermia's Star. Freddie Patton, junior horse, and a Jordan Patton
More
driven.
importantly, that's a Brian Candy Herzog horse that they bred and owned and trained, or owned and bred. So they're the ones that have those
treats.
Yeah.
The treats
I need to go find them.
someplace.
They're down there in the grandstand somewhere.
You gotta find those people. I need my vegetables and fruits today.
I know. I'll get them.
I had some more of the vegetables today because I had the leftovers last night from Hagel for my lunch today.
Well, what a nice night last night, going out and with the Groder family and went to Hagel's and just had a nice, a memorable time thinking about Bob and all the memories and all the red. And he was a staple around here, and he was a staple in the community. Tipper up at the Hagel there, she remembered him for years and years and years. So
Tina's Rock and her mom, Brady, Emma. We'll even
I
include
thought
in the
Brady
comments
was gonna-
what Lane was there.
So we have the brothers Avenatti and the Avenatti brother.
Yeah.
See?
And so, yeah.
But I thought Brady was going to eat all that bread they had in the store last night.
Well, if he wasn't, Lane was going to, I think. And so he wouldn't talk to us on the air, so he can't defend himself when we're talking about him. But he's been doing a good job with timing up here.
I think he got a win last night in pool at Sportsman's after you guys were gone. It might have been Tony Farina carrying the team, but I think they beat the locals here. So,
what do you think? Yeah, I think he's already got a win.
Oh,
yeah, okay. I know how to do this stuff.
You do.
He's already got Emma. That's the biggest win
there
you
was.
need.
Absolutely. She's from good folk. Rick and Tina, both people has been in the sport and done this a long time and do anything for anybody. So Lane's he's not a dummy for sure.
Absolutely. But we're glad that you're on board with us today. We're going to go back to the track announcer, Ed Teefee.
Owned by Steve Cyril of Grant Park, Brian Coe of Bradford, the Nellingers and Barnetts of Illinois and California. Steve Cyril's trains and Travis Seekman will now drive. 5 Paradise Tomorrow, owned by Kevin and Daryl Miller of Arthur, Glenn Otto of Arthur, and Brian Lohman of Broadlands. Kevin Miller, the trainer with Cordarius Stewart. And number 6, starting from the back tier, is Revenge Rosie, owned by Lori Cyril of Springfield and Dave Irvin of Lincoln. trained and driven by Mike Brink, and they'll be in the back tier. 5 on the gate. The 6, Revenge Rosie, in the back tier. Race 4 Pacers are in behind the gate. Mike Titus has the gate on the move. Should be another good one here. The 3 horse already a winner this year in 155-3. The 1 horse is 1 in 56-3, both over mile tracks. The 5 horse 58-2 at DeCoin over the mile track there. They're at the head of the stretch. Gates picking up speed. They're a 16th out. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. A great start. Some Star Sandy and Casey Leonard drive out on the inside. Hermia Stars away second. Adelicia's racing third. Fox Valley Tatum is back there fourth. Revenge Rosie's fifth. And Paradise Tomorrow is the trailer as they race around that first turn and head up the backstretch. Some Star Sandy, the Some Star Somewhere filly, who's already a winner this year in 156-3 over a mile track, leads him up the backstretch towards the quarter-mile marker. Hermia Star is right there second. Adelicia is back there third. The first quarter in 31 seconds flat. Fox Valley Tatum is racing there fourth. Revenge Rosie's fifth on the inside, and Paradise Tomorrow is on the move from sixth as they move past the 3/8 mile marker at Some Star Sandy and Leonard by a length and a quarter. Hermia Star gets the perfect trip right there second. Adelicia starts to move on the outside for Jamaica Patton. Right on her back comes Fox Valley Tatum. A race 3 in, 3 out past the half. Half in 102 and 2/5. 102.2 over past the draw gate. It's Some Star Sandy by about a length. On the outside, Adelicia is right there second. Hermia Star locked in along the inside is racing third. Fox Valley Tatum's in chase there fourth. Paradise Tomorrow's back there fifth. And Revenge Rosie. 2-year-old pacing fillies race towards that final quarter of a mile. It's still Leonard with Some Star Sandy. Some Star Sandy on the inside, on the outside. Here comes Adelicia. 3/4 in 132 and 2. They're in the final turn. They're pacing fast. On the inside, Some Star Sandy. On the outside, Adelicia. They got less than an eighth of a mile to go. Hermia Stars with the leaders, comes 3 wide there third. It's Some Star Sandy trying to wire the field. Looks like she's going to get the job done. Casey Leonard's going to win again. Drawing clear in hand. It's the 1, Some Star Sandy. Adelicia was second, followed by Hermia Star. Then a fast closing Paradise Tomorrow finished fourth. Last half in 58 seconds. Last quarter in 28 seconds. Half mile, 2 minutes, 2/5 of a second. 31:102.2. 3/4 in 132.2. The mile, 2 minutes, 2/5 of a second, with a half in 58 and a final quarter in 28 seconds flat. Doesn't get much better than that, folks. Harshman bridle up that fifth race and bring them on as quickly as possible. This fourth.
David Brink and Lisa switching places. You got a headset on. You got to get used to wearing that. We got softball, baseball starting this next week.
I hear you. It is a total different side of it again. Personally, being on the camera is a lot easier.
It is?
I think so, because then I don't have to talk.
And so nobody, again, picked the winning horse. We've yet, any of us, to pick the winning horse.
That's not good. Usually
1-3-2. And guess what? Nobody picked the second place horse, and I get a point for the third place horse. I'm the only person to get a point on that. So David Brink has 4 points, Steve has 6 points, and Lisa has 4 points.
Well, considering this is the first time I've got to play with you, we'll see how well I can do. How
Absolutely.
I can meet up.
Let's talk about the county fairs. Hadn't it been great going to the county fairs this summer? And the people have treated us extremely well, haven't they?
It has been a lot of fun going to the fairs. And number one, we haven't really got to experience the fair as much, but just spending time with getting to know some of the horse drivers, the horsemen, some of the family. It's just been a pleasure doing that, seeing it from a total different side of things, and learning a lot from David Brink.
All right, I'm going to cut in because
Last
Josh
half
will
in
be out
58, last quarter in 28 seconds flat.
And I'm joined in the winner's circle now by winning trainer, co-owner, and co-breeder David Brooks. David, Some Star Sandy, very impressive here. 2 minutes, 2 fifths. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So this one has been racing at Springfield in some of the Suburban Downs at Springfield events and raced very well. Picked up a win there in 156 and 3 prior to today. Where are we going to see her next? Will she be at the Illinois State Fair?
Yep, she should be in Friday at State Fair eliminations.
Very good. Well, a nice tune-up for her here today at the Brown County Fair. Always good to win a Downstate Classic division. You bred this filly yourself. Tell us a little bit about the mare.
You wouldn't believe it. I just bought the mare because it was in foal to He's Gorgeous, and she aborted the He's Gorgeous, and I got stuck with the mare, and I bred it to this stallion, and I got this one.
Well, for getting stuck, I think you got stuck with a good one here because Some Star Sandy, very impressive. Casey Leonard with a nice drive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for winning trainer, co-owner, and co-breeder David Brooks. Victorious here in race 4 with Some Star Sandy.
Thank you, Josh, and congratulations there to David. Results of the fourth race now official. Number 1, Some Star Sandy, your winner. Number 2, Hermia Star was third. Number 3, Adelicia finished second. Number 4, Fox Valley Tatum was fifth. Number 5, Paradise Tomorrow was fourth. And number 6, Revenge Rosie finished sixth. First quarter was in 31 seconds. The half in 102 and 2. 3 quarters in 132 and 2. The mile 2 minutes and 2 fifths.
All right, Lisa, good racing so far in today's contest. And back to the county fairs. What's been your favorite county fair so far?
Oh, that would be I hadn't given it a thought. I enjoyed one of our first ones just because I got to see some people I haven't seen for a while. Rushville was a good fair, but it was a little scary because of all the rain. I'd say I really enjoyed going down to Charleston just because of getting away to the Airbnb. But, of course, it's nice being home, too.
Okay, and then let me ask you this. Everybody knows what my favorite horses. What are your favorite horses that you've seen this summer?
You've got me on that one. I get to see them, but I don't know them as much because I cannot do any concentration on them because I'm doing the video on them. It has been nice. Sour Grapes is one I know you like. We've got to meet and know the owner and driver of that one, so that's been interesting. Jamaica Patton's, whenever he does, I've always enjoyed Jamaica from the beginning of time.
Hocus Pocus and Focus would be another one. I mean, I think we kind of agree a lot on the horses because you can tell that by our picks going on here. But it's just been great going to the county fairs and doing this. Hopefully we're going to move right along here because it seems to be cooling down and the wind is picking up out there, Lisa.
Yeah, they said we're going to quit. We're not going to do the parade, so it's like get the horses out, do them a quick walk around, and be ready to run.
Absolutely. Well, we're taking a look at things. As far as this goes, we're going to do a station break. Thanks for coming on with us. I know David just probably wanted to see what the camera was like today.
Indispensable. Maximum exposure, the best sales marketing tools. The easiest way to sell your horse for top dollar. The wave of the future. Since holding their first sale 20 years ago, OnGate.com has become harness racing's leading marketplace, with over 13,000 registered users buying and selling racehorses and bloodstock through daily online auctions. Browse listings for free and buy your next racehorse at OnGate.com. OnGate, we've changed the way the business works.
Yoder Custom Woodworking was started in 1995 by the Yoder family as a retail Amish furniture store in Sullivan, Illinois. They offer custom kitchen cabinets, granite and quartz countertops, built-in office and bathroom cabinetry, and offer a wide range of Amish furniture. Their store is located at 1117 West Jackson Street in Sullivan, Illinois, with store hours Tuesday through Friday 9 to 4:30 and Saturday 9 to 3. For more information, contact Yoder Custom Woodworking at 217-728-2166.
I needed to do something different.
I went to DOT Transportation School and I learned.
Sorry, folks, I had the mic turned off from the commercials, but it looks like we got weather sirens going off and everything else going on here at the Brown County Fair. Rain coming down, and so with that, we're going to go to commercials and a station break. The commercials will run for a while, and we'll be back a little bit later.
How to drive. They taught me everything I needed to know. They give you the tools to succeed. I really couldn't ask for any better support.
With DOT, it just seems like a good deal.
My weeks absolutely fly by, and the money is awesome. If you were thinking about driving a truck, do it.
I'm actually living the dream.
When my life needed freedom,
Stability, opportunity,
the change,
adventure, growth. I took the wheel.
Hello, Earl Flack for your locally owned McKay Napa Auto Parts store. Let's support heroes. While supplies last during the month of July, receive a Fallen Intrepid Heroes hat with a $25 purchase in our store and a $1 donation. Join Napa in giving back to our military. All donations support the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund. We do have oil on sale, $22.99 for Napa Full Synthetic. That's a 5-quart jug. We also have Napa High Mileage oil on sale for $19.99 for a 5-quart jug. Thank you for your business.
Seeing a medical specialist doesn't require driving a long distance. The Culbertson Memorial Hospital specialty clinics have providers who are ready to diagnose and treat your chronic conditions and injuries. And now we've expanded the number of specialties in a newly renovated space, including gynecology, infectious disease, and coming soon, ear, nose, and throat. Get the high-quality health care from the team who knows you best. Culbertson Memorial Hospital, your choice hospital. Find all the available specialties at cmhospital.com.
This is Tracy Hendricker with the Hendricker Funeral Home in Mount Sterling. For the past 50 years, our family has committed to providing the finest facilities and compassionate services to our community. We pledge to continue to assist the families we serve as though they were our own. We also want to wish the best of luck to all those competing on the playing field or striving for excellence in the classroom. You all make Hornet Nation so very proud. And remember, go Hornets!
As a student at St. Mary's School, your child will receive strong educational foundation embedded with Christian values. All students, kindergarten through 8th grade, have individual iPads, along with personalized attention with a small class size. St. Mary's also offers Fulham half-day pre-K, affordable tuition, a family atmosphere, and exceptional teachers. Register your child today by calling Melissa at St. Mary's School at 217-773-2825.
Cassing Lumber Company in Mount Sterling is celebrating 50 years in business. We are your one-stop shop for all the supplies you need for your next home improvement project. Top quality lumber, building materials, and paint will give your home the freshness it deserves. We also offer a unique gift shop with new items every season for your home decor. Come visit us in Mount Sterling and always think Cassing Lumber. We'll all be glad you did.
Chad Yingling here with Yingling Nissen Insurance. We have over 40 years of experience in the insurance business. So we want to make sure that you are well protected. So that means making sure you have the best coverage possible to protect you financially. We do all kinds of insurance, personal, farm, commercial, governmental, you name it, we can insure it. So check us out, www.ynagency.com, or give us a call, 217-773-3397.
The Brown County State Bank is proud to support all the Brown County Hornets athletic programs. In fact, we're the only bank offering the Hornet debit card. Every time the card is used at a point of sale, a portion of the proceeds are contributed to the Brown County School. It's our part of our commitment to making them the best they can be. Contact the Brown County State Bank today to get your Hornet debit card at 773-3327. Brown County State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Main Street Repair and Terry Ham have the reputation of being the best at front-end alignments in the area. With 20 years of experience, Terry is the person that customers and auto repair professionals refer their friends and customers to. But alignments are not the only thing that they do at the Main Street Repair. They repair steering and suspension issues, install leveling and lift kits, repair and replace brakes and tires, do oil changes, as well as minor engine and miscellaneous repairs. Main Street Repair at 216 West Main Street in Mount Sterling. Call for your appointment today at 217-773-3848. Once again, that's 217-773-3848.
Hey, Hornet fans, this is Lance Grady with L. Grady Realty. Sometimes people ask me what the value of using a realtor really is. Listen, there's tons, from marketing to the paperwork to the legal documents that have to be filled out when you're selling a home. I would love to talk to you more about what it looks like to use your local realtor. We've been in the business 12 years and serving Brown County since day one. We'd love the opportunity to work with you, so if you're in the market to buy or sell, give me a call or text at 217-491-0812.
When it comes to handling your taxes, ever feel a bit taxed? If so, why not give yourself some well-deserved tax relief and visit Larry Dunn Accounting. Larry and his staff have been helping clients with tax return preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, sales tax, and business consultation since 1980. Put their experience to work for you today. After almost 5 decades in business, their number one priority remains building long-term relationships. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, or call 217-773-3397. 773-3400.
Looking for a place to gather?
Meet me at the library.
Need free access to computers and Wi-Fi?
Meet me at the library.
What about a resource for schools and students?
Meet me at the library.
How about a space designed just for kids?
Meet me at the library.
Where can all of Brown County go for books, history, entertainment, and community?
Well, meet me at the library.
Meet me at the library.
Meet me at the library.
Banks are involved in every aspect of our daily lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like purchasing that new car, opening a small business, buying or building a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Bank with a partner you can trust and count on. Farmer State Bank and Trust Company of Mount Sterling. Locally owned, locally operated, locally dedicated. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your Mount Sterling Foods is still a great place for lunch.
Be safe.
The name will be changing, but the
evening.
daily lunch specials you enjoy will be there. Check out the specials on their Facebook page or their weekly ad in the Democrat message.
That's going to go ahead and cancel the races for today. Race officials are going to meet and discuss what to do with the Downstate Classic money. Just kind of blew in here all of a sudden in about 2 waves, and the second wave was too much for this track to handle, I think. So we're going to go ahead and cancel the races today. Steve got some some ads ran for us while we were waiting. I think yeah. We'll let you know on Facebook what happens, but I think this is probably going to be the end of the season so far, Steve. But I'll just go ahead. We'll do the sign off now. It's been a great season. Thank you guys. We're not wearing headsets. I know it's kind of a crazy way to end this season, but thank you guys for all your work. Thanks, Lisa, back there behind us. We really appreciate it. It wouldn't happen without you guys. It wouldn't happen without the fans, all our viewers and followers. We look forward to seeing you guys next year. It's coming back and doing these things, and all the fairs we're going to go to. So, let you go. See you in the winner circle.